We never want to rely on what our opponent is or is not wearing for our safety, but nevertheless, like the reason we train both gi and no-gi jiu-jitsu is people wear different things. And if there is something there that you can use to control or choke your buddy, then you should be able to. I want to show a way to specifically control your partner when they're wearing a gi or a jacket, a hoodie, some kind of material that you can grab and then do a really powerful high percentage choke. I call it either the overhook guard choke or the Pez dispenser choke because there's a moment where my elbow lifts his chin at the end like his head was a Pez dispenser. Very safe and very high percentage, which are two of the kind of things I like in chokes. It starts from that same overhook guard position off of the punch block series. The difference is, you know how, so if Elias punches me, you know how I said in the other video, I can just pinch my elbow and it's really difficult for him to get that power hand back. For this one, I really do want to bring my hand under and go palm in, thumb out on the collar. Posture up just for a second, Elias, see what I'm doing? And you see how that's not super deep, but if he tries to get away from me, really hard, right? Very easy, and even, especially if I have control of his head, I've really locked him in position here. So what's happening here is the material here is starting to cut into his neck. I'm gonna bring my hand over on the far side and connect the blade of my wrist to his neck and grab just whatever material I can, the scruff, you know, whatever, the collar, lapel, whatever you got here. Now the key detail is, I'm gonna take my elbow and bring the elbow and the forearm against his chest. And now I'm gonna circle it up like I'm lifting his chin like a Pez dispenser, and that's not a very pleasant choke, right? No. But the beautiful thing about it is, what can he do, right? I've trapped this one arm. This arm, very ineffective for striking and can't get to this side to defend. So I can just hold him in position and go for this choke. Let's rotate this angle so you can see what I'm doing with my elbow. So again, if you can just reach over and grab the material, awesome. You might use your offhand to feed the material for maximum posture control. And even if you don't go for this choke, right, having this posture control is really useful, stops him from striking you. You can set up the triangle that we went over in the previous video. So this hand, I just want the blade of my wrist to go against his neck, and then I grab whatever I can grab. See, my elbow's a little bit away from his chest. What I want to do is bring it flush, and then just circle it up, yeah. And I'm not gonna wait for him to tap because his face just kind of says it all, right? But see, if I keep it out and I just kind of like try and pull to my hips like a regular collar choke, I use a lot of energy. So instead what I wanna do is I wanna use that Pez dispenser motion to expose his neck. Elbow goes against his chest, circle it up, boom. And that is the overhook guard choke. Again, I mentioned some of the jiu-jitsu that I love the best is the stuff where if it goes wrong for me, nothing bad happens to me, right? If I can't get the right grips, if the choke isn't working, no worries. I'm not in danger. And now I can set up other things like the triangle, like the hip bump, like a lot of various other techniques. So try that out. If your partner has a gi, obviously there's no real no-gi equivalent, but the overhook guard works either gi or no-gi.